We talk about Lacan and his storyline in the Apothecary Diaries because I find it to be very interesting and intriguing. I think as a character, he is also just very intriguing. And I think that his story is a really great example of how we can hold multiple truths at the same time about a situation, about the reality of a situation, right? Because is it true that Lacan is misunderstood for a lot of his life? Yes, absolutely. Is it true that when Lacan meets Mao Mao's mom, it's the first time where he really sees somebody? Yes, absolutely. Is it true that Mao Mao's mom did care about Lacan and decided to keep this child that she had been impregnated with, even though she had many options not to, right? Like, as has been mentioned in the Apothecary Diaries, that courtesans do not have to keep the children, right? Like, there are many, many ways to avoid that, to avoid carrying pregnancies to term, but she makes a choice. She makes a choice to keep this baby that Mama was wanted, right? Mama was wanted, this relationship was wanted, and through a series of unfortunate circumstances and events, Lacan doesn't realize what is happening until it is too late, until what has happened cannot be undone. And that is very deeply tragic, right? Like, you really do feel for him. I feel for him. I feel for Mama's mother. It's an awful situation. It's an awful situation. And it is so unfortunate that these two people who did sincerely care about each other and enjoy each other's company did not get a chance to really spend a lot of meaningful time together and were robbed of the life that they could have had. But at the same time, I understand why Mao Mao wants nothing to do with her father, right? Even though Lacan tries, I'm only like I've just finished one of the light novels so far. I'm still very much not at the point yet where we continue to see how Lacan tries to be in Mao Mao's life, but from what I understand, he does try. He tries to continue to be in her life, and she rebukes him and rebuffs him, and she doesn't want anything to do with him. Like, she doesn't feel hatred towards him, from what I understand. It's just that she doesn't see him as her father, right? She doesn't see a point in really maintaining this relationship. And I don't know if that's going to change as the story goes on. But from what I understand, what I have heard, what I have seen, that doesn't seem to be the reality. It seems like Mama is pretty okay with the family that she has, right? She is okay with her older sisters and having her adoptive father. She does not need this additional connection, nor does she feel like she wants to put the time and effort into cultivating it. And is that incredibly sad for Lacan? Yes. Yes, it is. I think that it is really unfortunate that he sees his daughter, cares about his daughter, doesn't see her as a go piece, wants to get to know her better, and that she wants nothing to do with him. But again, I think that both of those things can be valid and true at the same time. And it's really frustrating. Time is cruel. Circumstances are cruel. Can we talk about that?